Today is day 128 of the year of streaming and learning to code. We are continuing on at 78% of the way through Ruby. We made it to 50% of the way through lesson 1 of... Actually, that was... Well, yes, the first lesson of section 9, Object-Oriented Programming, part 1. We are basically just going to dive right back in where we left off last night. Last night, we only made it about halfway through. We made it to... We finished 10. We landed at 11. We need to make our way to 20. We were dying of respiratory issues last night. Today, we're faring slightly better. So, we should be able to finish 20. I don't know if we're going to get to the activity, the virtual something or other, but we will at least finish out part 1. Okay, so with that said, we'll overview yesterday, just the code bit of the sections we made through. Hopefully it loads. There we go. All right. Still loading. There we go. Okay, and to double check, we are good. We've got the webcam, we've got Mike, Codecademy, and little kitty napping beneath the desk in our lap. We got chat up. We are golden. We are good to go. Okay. Onwards. Overview time. We are overviewing 1 to 10. We break new ground on 11, and we'll finish out the day at 20 at a minimum. Let's do this. Alright, overviewing just the code portion. No need for instructional bit. Go time. Class language. Define initialize name creator. At name equals name, at creator equals creator, and define description puts I'm a name, and I was created by creator end Ruby language.new, Ruby Yukihiro Matsumoto, Python language.new, Python Guido van Rossmann, JavaScript language.new, JavaScript Brendan Eich. Really wish we knew which one it was. We're going to go with Eek today. Still seems wrong. Ruby.description, Python.description, JavaScript.description. Save and submit code. I am Ruby, and I was created by Yukihiro Matsumoto. I'm Python, and I was created by Guido van Rossmann. I'm JavaScript, and I was created by Brendan Eich. Fuck. Who knows? It's a goddamn mystery. Start next lesson. You know what? Yesterday, I was venting about my frustration, how it didn't tie to the other languages. That's right, we're going to jump back to ranting. Minor. This is the flip side to it, though. Because it's been the 127 now. We're chipping away at day 128. Days of learning all these different languages, the foundation of them, how they work together and other stuff like that. And I fully get that Ruby does work with other languages, but, and this would be a pro Ruby, this is the other side of the coin, you would need to use, obviously you would still use HTML and CSS and then something like Ruby instead of JavaScript, but JavaScript, there was Angular and jQuery and all this other stuff that you could pile onto it, and I'm sure there's many a things we can pile on in addition to Ruby. However, with that said, this is just what it seems like now, still learning, only 78% of the way through the intro course of Ruby, is instead of using all these other different tools to bring your HTML and CSS to life with JavaScript and throwing on jQuery or Python and sprinkling in some React and other fun things like that, all of that could be substituted with just Ruby. And I could see how that could be a benefit or a plus. So the fact that in tandem, it being more human friendly than computer friendly, and potentially being a one size fits all or a multi tool, the Swiss Army knife of coding, that might be a bit much. Probably still misunderstanding all of it, but I could see the benefit of that. Just doing it all within house within one language. Maybe. Probably wrong with that, but that's okay. That's hopefully the only caveat, potential saving grace to Ruby that I've stumbled across so far. It's still not, despite that, I'd still take using the 38 different individual tools over the multi-tool that is Ruby. As of now. Okay, good times. Just want to throw that out there. Continuing on with our overview of just the code bit, reflecting over yesterday, we will get to section 11 soon. Class syntax, class person end, save and submit. Classing it up, class person end, define initialize end. What's in a name? What's in an at name? Class person, define initialize name, at name equals name, end. Save and submit. Class person, define initialize name, at name equals name, end, mots equals person dot new, Yukihiro. And scope it out. Class computer, $manufacturer equals Mango Computer Inc. Double app files, hello world. Define initialize username password at username equals username at password equals password. End, define current user at username end, define self.display files, double app files, end, makes a new computer instance, hal equals computer.new Dave, 12345, puts current user, hal.current user, at username belongs to the hal instance, puts manufacturer, $manufacturer, $manufacturer is global, so we can get it directly, puts files, computer.display files, double app files belongs to the computer class. Save and submit, current user Dave, manufacturer, Mango Computer Inc. files, hello world, cool. Next lesson, naming your variables, class my variable, $my variable, hello, and puts my variable, puts $my variable, Everyone gets $1. That is important. Hello. Good. Section 8, we are so close to breaking new ground. We're almost there. Almost done with the overview from yesterday. Class person, define initialize name, age, profession, at name equals name, at age equals age, at profession equals profession, end. Save and submit. Twice the at, twice as classy. Class person, set your class variable to 0 on line 3, double at people count equals 0, define initialize name, at name equals name, increment your class variable on line 8, double at people count plus equals 1, end, define self.number of instances, return your variable on line 13, return double at people count, end, mots equals person.new, Yukihiro, DHH person.new equals DHH equals person.new David, puts number of instances, person.number of instances, and it should spit out 2, number of person instances 2. Very cool. Okay, section 10, the end of the overview. Classes are serious business. Define, create record attributes, raise error equals false, record, build record, attributes, yield record if block given, saved equals record.save, set new record, raise record invalid, new record if, exclamation saved, and raise error, record end. And the exclamation saved, I would believe, if not saved. Because exclamation equals would be not equals. So pretty sure when the exclamation is at the front, it is false or not, or whatever your preferred choice of phrasing is. But bad times. Negative, mostly. Save and submit. Spits out nil. Awesome. What are we looking at next? All right. Finally, day 128 begins. New progress. Here we go. 11 to 20. We should be good. Section 11. Watch your step. Inheritance is a tricky concept, so let's go through it step by step. Inheritance is the process by which one class takes on the attribute and methods of another, and it's used to express an is-a relationship. For example, a cartoon fox is a cartoon mammal, so a cartoon fox class could inherit from a cartoon mammal class. However, a wizard is not an elf, so it shouldn't inherit from the elf class even if they have a lot of magical attributes and methods in common. Instead, both wizard and elf could ultimately inherit from the same magical being class. Instructions. Check out the code in the editor. We're checking. Good, good. We've defined a class application error. You know what? We should look at this first. We've got class application error. Define display error, puts, error, end, class, super bad error is less than application error, end. Error equals super bad error dot new, error dot display error. Okay. Check out the code in the editor. Checkity check. We did that. We've defined a class application error. This is true. These are facts, as well as a super bad error class that inherits from application error. Okay. Starting to feed upon itself. Very Inception-y. We're going multiple levels down now. Note that we don't define the display error method in the body of super bad error, but it will still have access to that method via inheritance. Click Save and Submit Code to see for yourself. Let's go ahead and do Save and Submit Code. Error. It does, in fact, spit out all the goodness that application error possesses. Class Superbad error does, in fact, pull from application error. Ta-da! Look at that. Good times. Alright, so what are we doing? We are moving on to section 12 of 20. One step down, 9 more to go. Inheritance syntax. In Ruby, inheritance works like this. Class, derive class, less than, or shimmy, or left arrow, whatever you want to call it, base class, some stuff, end. Where the derive class is the new class you're making, and the base class is the class that the new class inherits. You can read less than as inherits from. Instructions. We've created an application class in the editor to the right. Create your own class, my app. Copy. Class. My app. Create your own class, my app, that inherits from application. No need to put anything inside your class definition just yet. So we've got class, we've got our less than, or inherits. What is it? Inherits from application blankety blank followed by end. And we'll run that. Green check mark. Beautiful. Onwards. Section 13. Override! Exclamation. Maybe they're just excited about override. Sometimes the title hints at it, like when they do the twice is classy. You know, it's there. I get the feeling that the exclamation in override doesn't actually have anything to do with this little bit right here. Yeah, they're just psyched on life. They're amped about overriding, as they should be. Let's find out why. Override. Sometimes you'll want one class that inherits from another to not only take on the methods and attributes of its parent, but to override one or more of them. For instance, you might have an email class that inherits from message. Both classes might have a send method that sends them, but the email version may have to identify valid email addresses and use a bunch of email protocols that message knows nothing about. Rather than send an email method to your derived class and inherit a send method you'll never use, you can just instead explicitly create a send method in the email class and have it do all the email sending work. This new version of send will override, that is, replace, the inherited version for any object that is an instance of email. Okay. I think we get it. It sounds handy. Override is good. Override is our friend. Instructions. Let's try a more entertaining, if less realistic example. Hey, Topher. Check this out. Snack session. Recently started learning mobile dev. Well, let's click that link. Scan with Expo. Download the Expo app. Scan this QR code to get started. Open with Expo. Get iOS app. Get Android app. Good times. We'll close out of that for now. Import React component from React. Text slider, style sheets. This is fun because I kind of understand what I'm looking at now. This would have been like looking at a foreign language, but I can actually like identify things and I know what they mean. This is kind of fun. Okay, but more importantly, we're looking through. Hold on, we jump back to recently started learning mobile dev React Native. So what is, dare I ask, the difference, although I don't know how, you're probably busy living in the real world, React Native versus React.js. I feel like I kind of learned Diet React or React Lite here at Codecademy. It did have two parts for it. I mean, they did spend quite a bit of time, all things considered, going over that. I mean, they only had one course for Python, giant course, but one course, 2 courses for React. Yeah, so is there, what's the Twitter breakdown, the tweet, the short version? Is there a difference between React.js and React Native? Possibly. I'm sure there is. I should probably just Google it. We'll cross that bridge later. But good to know. Good to know. Let's close out of that. We were doing something. Oh no. Oh, for man, my connection for your stream always blows. Sad, crying. No, that is no bueno. I don't think I'm pumping out a crazy high signal either. It's only like, I think I only set it to the 2000. I think it's low 2000. I don't think I set it 2500. React Native is for mobile. Oh, interesting. So that's really the only difference. Way cool. Way cool. Okay, awesome. Good to know. I could get into that. I could be that guy. Well, we are going to be doing a side project for basically all the languages. I think we're going to do a side project individually for each language, as well as massive projects where I can try and combine as many languages into one project, program, or app as possible. So we're going to do both. We're going to explore all of them thoroughly. Did you look at the app? I did look at the, I clicked the link hard. I need to download the ECMO. Hold on, let me move to the camera. That guy. I'm faced with this dude. When I click the link, scanity scan, open with the app. So I close the stuff. Oh, that is bad time. So I can see all the fun of the code bits. So I was looking at that. Is there like a non-developer view? Should I open? I should probably download the app, the Expo app, and scan it. That's what I'm assuming. Done. Back to chat. Close. Close the modal. On the right, there's a mobile simulator. Aha. Okay. I can be that guy. On the right. I want to believe you. You know what? I know how to fix this. Request desktop site. Although that's crazy talk. Aha! Look at that. Wait. Is it all the fun scrolly stuff on the right? No, that's not. That's crazy talk. It's not that. That was just the components preview. I got it. Tap to play. It's boom. That guy. Huh? Yeah. Found it. I want to make sure that I did find it. Don't mind me. Double tap. Oh, I forgot. It may not be there on mobile. Oh, we'll find a way. We can do all kinds of stuff. There's always another way. Tap to play. Look at that. See, it's loading. It's doing stuff. Welcome to Expo. In iPhone simulator. Got it. Wow, this is extremely Inception-y. I'm on a virtual iPhone on my iPhone. Probably not necessary. All right, but point is that stuff is there. I've got the link. I'll be sure to check it out on my actual desktop. Simple app, but was fun to make this morning. Well, that's awesome, man. I'm still trapped in Codecademy. Good times. All right, yeah, I'll be sure to check it out on my actual desk plop once said stream is over. That'll probably be far easier than the Inception-y iPhone within an iPhone experience. Okay, where were we? We were looking, although it is in mobile lab. We'll figure it out. We'll cross that bridge. We will get there. Ooh, side note. Okay, it was the day with the extremely late stream, which was like right at midnight, basically, when we started. Chat. Yeah, it was day like 125 or 124. You know which day. It was like right at the line. Anyways, I had saw your like first two comments like right at 12:01, and then the connection, my phone chat on my phone like cut out. It said I didn't notice until the end of the stream at 12:57 that the clock, like the time on Twitch, was, and my camera's all blurry. Anyways, the time, like right now, the time's correct, 2:09. It was locked at 12:01. So the chat froze on my phone, so I didn't see any of your comments or anything like that until I closed out of the stream and looked at the desktop version of Twitch and stuff. So I saw it was Fibbo something. I saw what it was. You did your oh so helpful phonetic breakdown for me. Fibonacci. God damn it. It's hopeless. But I saw your comments post stream. That's what I wanted to let you know. Chat froze. Wasn't ignoring. Twitch got mad for you being late. Exactly, and rightfully so. They should have been mad. That was a freakishly close call. Okay. So I've been trying to push for earlier streams the last couple days instead of down to the wire. I did start before midnight. What I think it was, I was looking at the timestamp on the created file. There's that like 20-second delay between what's happening now until it actually hits live on Twitch. And it was that like it was like a 20-25 second window, and I think it's a slightly longer delay starting the stream. Anyways, we'll digress. We'll continue on. Overwriting hell. Something about sending two different versions, message versus email. That's that. Just wanted to clear the air. Instructions. Anyway, gotta get back to work, but I want to share my simple iOS app with you while I was on my break. Hell yeah, man. Awesome. And I'll definitely be sure to check it out more thoroughly when I've got more time post-stream. Enjoy the rest of your day at work. Enjoy what little left of your lunch you have, and always good to have you. Thank you, Topher. You rock. Okay. Instructions. Back to it. Let's try a more entertaining, if less realistic example. Create a new class, dragon, that inherits from creature. Give your derived class a fight method that overrides creatures. Instead of returning punch you the chops, it should return breathes fire. And make sure you use return, not puts. Class creature. Define initialize name, at name equals name, end, define fight, return, punch to the chops, end, add your code below. Cool. What are we doing? More entertaining, less realistic, create a new class, dragon, that inherits from creature. So we've got copy class, dragon, inherits from creature, and give your derived class a fight method that overrides creatures. Okay. Instead of returning punch, it should return breathes fire. So fight, define fight, very similar to this. Define fight, return breathes fire. Look at that. Good times. And let's run it. They gave us a green check mark. We're going to count that as a win. Good. Onwards. 14 of 20. When good isn't good enough. On the flip side, sometimes you'll be working with a derived class or subclass and realize that you've overwritten a method or attribute defined in that class, in that class's base class, also called a parent or superclass, that you actually need. Have no fear. You can directly access the attributes or methods of a superclass with Ruby with Ruby's built-in super keyword. The syntax looks like this. Class derive class less than, not less than, class derive class inherits from, there we go, base, define, some method, super, optional arguments, some stuff, end. Yes, the infamous triple end. When you call your super from inside a method, that tells Ruby to look in the superclass of the current class, find a method with the same name as from the one which super is called. If it finds it, Ruby will use the superclass version of the method. Instructions. Let's open the hint to raise the instructions a bit. We decided we want to do some chops punching after all. Let's do two things. One, add a puts instead of breathing fire, ... as the first line in our dragon's fight method. Okay, and then two, return the statement inside dragon's definition of fight with the keyword super. No need to pass any arguments to super, since creature's fight method doesn't take any. Okay, I think I follow. Hint. Your code should look something like this. Define fight. Puts, instead of fire breathing, super end. Your code should look something like this. Oh, that's basically what we're getting to. Okay. Did they say add? They did say add puts. Okay. So let's go ahead and steal you. That was within fight. So we're putsing that. And then two, replace the return statement inside dragon with the keyword super, like so. No need to pass any additional arguments to super since creature's fight method doesn't take any. So this is all we need. Save and submit. Ta-da! Green check mark. Onwards, next lesson. 15. There can be only one. Any given Ruby class can have only one superclass. Some languages allow a class to have more than one parent, which is a model called multiple inheritance, which can get really ugly really fast, which is why Ruby disallows it. However, there are instances where you want to incorporate data or behavior from several classes into a single class. And Ruby allows this through the use of mix-ins. We'll learn about mix-ins in a later lesson. For now, we'll demonstrate what happens if you try to do multiple inheritance in Ruby. The demo code we're about to show you includes a fancy trick. If you want to end a Ruby statement without going to a new line, you can just simply type a semicolon. This means you can write something like class monkey end. Oh, without, let me reiterate and reread. Okay. The demo code, which we're about to show you, includes a fancy trick. If you want to end a Ruby statement without going to a new line, oh, now I did read it correctly, son of a bitch. Without going to a new line, you can just type a semicolon. This means you can write something like class monkey end on just one line with class monkey semicolon end. You still have to type end. Why not just do the semicolon? This is why Ruby doesn't make sense to me. Son of a... It's the extra work. It's the extra work. Ugh. I'll jump back to the caveat that I said at the beginning. That could be beneficial, not having to rely on JavaScript and using jQuery and mixing in Python when needed or whatever else, and just doing the majority of all that heavy lifting within the Ruby, or within Ruby itself. But why? The syntax just seems so... For being human-friendly, it seems counterintuitive to me. I think that's the issue. I think I've said that about nearly I don't know, at least 24 things regarding Ruby. That being the issue, we've got like 20 of those probably, maybe more. But holy hell. It's because we're 80% of the way through, and each stream we keep coming across new, interesting, for lack of a better word, anomalies that are just perplexing. Right? God damn it. Anyways, moving on. Monkey with a semicolon. We're dealing with it. It's me. I'm the thing that's wrong. Ruby's perfect. I'm the fool. I am the monkey. On just one line, class monkey semicolon end. This is a time saver when you're writing something very short, like an empty class or a method definition. Instructions. Check out the code in the editor. Class creature, define initialize name at name equals name end end. Class person, define initialize name at name equals name end end. Class dragon inherits from creature, semicolon end. Class dragon inherits from person, semicolon end. Checked out the code. See how we're trying to get dragon to inherit from creature and person? We'll get a superclass mismatch for class dragon. Error if we try this. Click Save and Submit Code to see for yourself. Are they actually going to give us an error this time? Let's do this. Last time they said we were going to get an error. It ran anyways. And I know Ruby's supposed to run anyways, but it didn't give us an error. And I forget what lesson it was or which part, but it was within here. It was within the first 10. Moving on. Superclass mismatch for class dragon. Congratulations, you finished this section. On to the review. Alright. 16 of 20, the beginning of the review section. Class basics. Alright, let's do a little review. Instructions. Create a class called message. Copy. Class. Message. End. That'll be good. Give it an initialize method. Copy. Define. Initialize. End. The initialize method should take two parameters, from and to. From and to. Set them to the instance variables at, from, at, to, respectively. Don't worry about creating an instance of your class just yet. So let's go ahead and take from, copy, oh god, on a rampage, highlighting hell. There we go. And equals from and do. Let's drop our ats in. Yeah, that's right. Hashtag @life. Good. Kosher. Let's run that. Green check marks. Beautiful. Beautiful. Onwards. 17 of 20. Getting classier. Unlikely. Perfect. Now let's class things up a bit with the class variable. Instructions. Give your message a class double at message sent. Give your message a double at message sent class variable and set it equal to 0. Now, where... I guess I would do that after the method. I kind of want to do it before the method. But maybe that's wrong. We're going to see how that goes. In the body of your initialize method, increment this value. Whoa. Give your message class a message sent class variable, set it equal to 0. in the body of your initialize method, increment this value by 1 so that each time a new message object is created, at message sent will go up by 1. Okay, if that's the case, then I want to have you before my method. Since we are referencing the variable in this guy, d da 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 d Schwam. I'm not sure I've got that formatted correctly. I probably screwed up the syntax somewhere with how I have it formatted, but we're gonna run it anyways. It's correct. Holy hell. Check the code. Remember your double at message variable should be declared inside message class, but before you define your initialize method. Look at that. Cool. Cool. All right, so we were right, putting it prior to the initialize method. Hot damn. Little kitty, I know you've been napping the whole stream, but we got number 17 right on the first try. I mean, this is what miracles look like. You know, small, unimportant miracles, but miracle nonetheless. Forging an object in the fires of Mount Ruby. The title's awesome. That kind of redeemed almost the whole stream. At least for me. Perfect. Let's go ahead and create an instance of our message class. Although we can't figure out why they didn't just fly the giant eagles to the mountain all the way, but that's okay. The Hobbit reference, Lord of the Rings. No, not important. Perfect. Let's go ahead and create an instance of our message class. Instructions. After your class, create a variable called myMessage. After your class, create a variable called myMessage. Variable created. Create an instance. Well, wait, what the hell are we putting in here, though? What are we doing with the variable? We've got myMessage what? After your class, create a variable called myMessage. Create an instance of your message class using message.new with whatever from and to arguments you want. Store the result. Okay, gotcha. Finish. Read all the instructions, Steven. You antsy son of a... Alright, so we jumped the gun. Message.new followed by parentheses, parentheticals, from Kyle to Timmy. Hint, yeah, not important. And fire away. Okay, it hates us. Let's go ahead. Oh, we forgot the quotes. You eager, trigger happy son of a goddamn it. Cool. Let's see how that goes. Once more from the top, fire away. Kaboom. Green check mark. In the bag and in your face, Codecademy. How do you like that? Save. Start next lesson. Inheriting a fortune. Perfect. Now let's get in a little practice with inheritance. Instructions. Create a second class email that inherits from message. Cool. Email. Scratch that. Message. Copy. Should we do that before my message or after? Poof. Moral dilemma. It's like Sophie's Choice. Side note, I don't actually think I've ever seen Sophie's Choice. Something about choosing between death or something. It's the general vibe I've gotten from other other mainstream media references to said movie, but yeah, that's a thing. That is about how well versed I am on that particular piece. Good, good. What are we doing? Way to lose focus. Oh, we're making a class with email. Okay. Class, email, inherit from. Is that right? That does not look right to me. Give it its own initialize method that takes just one parameter, subject. We're going to take you, copy, and paste subject, subject. Subject. I don't know if I'm jumping the gun, but we're just going to do this anyways because it feels right. Subject. We'll deal with this bit shortly. Let's go ahead and read on. Give it its own initialize method that takes just one parameter, subject, has one instance variable at subject and set it equal to subject, which we did. Look at us, ahead of the curve. So rare that that happens. And end. So fire away, save and submit. Boom. Green check marks for everyone. Yet again. Start next lesson. Can't breathe. We're starting to run low on oxygen. Perfect timing to pass out is right at 20 at the end of the stream. Up, up, and away. You're a champion. They're too kind. Our last topic of the morning, afternoon, evening. Ruby's super keyword. We've decided we liked messages initialize method after all. Instructions. To finish this lesson, go ahead and remove the subject parameter and at subject instance from email. Death to subject. I don't know if they want me to get rid of all of its parameters or like the empty parameter. I don't know if we're just clearing out subject. So we're going to do this. We probably will be getting rid of the initial, the empty parentheses to hold the parameter, but let's read on. To finish the lesson, go ahead and breathe. Oh, God, death. Go ahead and remove the subject parameter and the app subject instance variable from email. Checkity check. Pass email's initialize method the same two parameters. Aha! See, aren't you glad we kept the empty parentheses? The same two parameters pass to messages from and to, and add the super keyword as the only line of code in the body of email's initialize. We're going to drop in from and to, and we're going to throw in, although before I throw in super, why does this, there we go, that's better. Super. Okay. Here, what's that, little kitty? Oh, yeah. You having a good nap down there? Awesome. Let's go ahead and run this. Fingers crossed we don't blow up the internet. Save and submit code. Nice. Green check mark. Beautiful. You earned a badge. Object-oriented programming 1 Ruby achievement. Good times. Let's go ahead and close out of this. Congratulations, you finished this course. Up next, virtual computer. Often programmers use virtual machines to simulate real computers. This is how perfectly timed with Topher's example of his React Native mobile app with the inside the little virtual iPhone next to the editor. How appropriate. Good times. Anyways, this bit, virtual computer. Often programmers use virtual machines to simulate or stimulate, either one. Whatever gets results, right? virtual machines to simulate real computers. While we won't be building a real VM in this project, we'll use our Ruby classes to create our own imaginary computer that stores data. Start lesson. Okay. I don't think we're going to tackle this now. This will probably be for tomorrow. Yeah, that's 8 sections. Good to know. 8 sections. What you'll be building. We'll take a peek at what is on the horizon for day 129. Now that you've learned all about classes and objects in Ruby, you can create any kind of Ruby object your heart desires. In this project, we'll use our newfound knowledge to create a class, computer, and generate instances of that class that can manipulate imaginary files for us. Ready? Click Save and Submit Code to get started. We will deal with all of that tomorrow. In the meantime, let's see where we stand stat-wise as day 127 concludes. Currently, we are 84% of the way through Ruby with 1,473 points to our name and 202 badges. Good times. Thank you again to anyone and everyone who may have stopped by to view the stream. Topher, always good to have you, even though you've come and gone. Thank you for stopping by, and to, again, anyone else who may have accidentally visited or stopped by on purpose. Any and all views are greatly appreciated. And that's about it. So let's go ahead and close out. Backing out of Codecademy, jumping over to OBS, stopping the stream. Are you sure you want to stop the stream? Hell yeah. Kill it.